Welcome into ShotQuality Live, the only, ShotQuality Live BetCast, man. Wow, we are in for a Friday night, aren't we? All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome into ShotQuality Live BetCast, baby. We are here. We are ready to go. We are streaming live this Friday evening, April 12th. I'm Justin Perry. That's Alec Musa, my co-host. ShotQuality Live is, of course, the only show on the internet using ShotQuality's live data in the minute to bet on the slate, as you see in front of us, using the Score Center, scrolling and rolling. We're right at the end of the NBA season, Musa, and it's going to be a little weird. There's some weird scores, some weird spreads out there tonight, some weird expectations on players sitting, but we're going to navigate it the best we can, give you a look at the ShotQuality live data that, of course, is available on ShotQualityBets.com. We got 5 games live right now, a couple more tipping, like a lot more actually, tipping off in just 10 minutes. And then we'll be back here if you're rewatching the start to get a sense of what's going on or something, or just joining us. We'll be back on Sunday at a weird time of 4:15 p.m. to catch the end of the regular season. And then we will be releasing a playoff schedule as well. So anyway, Moose, happy Friday, man. How you doing?
Good, man. I'm excited. Once you get rolling on these player props and these live bets and you switch from college basketball to NBA and find some success, you're just waiting for the games to start, man.
I've heard some good reports. You've kind of been cooking a little bit in the Discord. It's been going well.
Discord's awesome, man. I think we won both our plays yesterday, went like 6-1 the day before that. And yeah, no, feeling good about it. Taking the overs, kind of sticking to what was working on the show and carrying it over to an everyday betting philosophy. And it's working really well. Not really touching unders too much from the team or player standpoint. A lot of overs from the player standpoint.
Yeah, well, we're going to take a look at it tonight. I mean, of course, there's some worries of maybe star players sitting, but you haven't exactly been playing stars. I see you took the Keegan Murray over 11 and a half last night. I mean, I'm not going to get too upset here, but we had the under 16 and a half, and he had 10 going into the last 6 minutes of that one. You were looking good. You hit your bet easy, but I lost mine. Somehow he had all 3 of those shots. It's been a little bit of a cold run on the pick of the day, but we'll bounce back. I trust that our data continues to point us to good spots. We had a good night here on BetCast for our last show, three nights ago, Moose? Is that? I can't even remember at this point. But let's take a look at the score sheet.
That sounds right. We're wrong.
Yeah, I think it was Tuesday. But yeah, so Tuesday night had a pretty good show. I went 6 and 5. We had that dead on arrival Oklahoma City Sacramento game at 6 points in the last 9 minutes of the first quarter. The instant after I placed the bet, it's funny, you can see the flat line and line it up with when I locked in my pick. It's pretty bad. But Moose, you had another good night, man. I was giving you some crap for the 76ers, and all 3 of your bets pulled out. You sent me a text on Wednesday morning making sure I knew that. But that was nice.
Yeah, no, I liked it a lot. And looking back at it, Bojan, what sucked was we had Bogdan as the play of the day as well, and it went to 2 overtimes, and he played nearly every minute, but he just didn't shoot.
And that was another one where he did shoot early in the game, and
he was cold. Yeah, so we took him live, and the problem was not the minutes or the game because it went to 2 overtimes. Is he just didn't shoot? He was out there for 43 minutes and had 3 points in the second half, so that sucked. And then Jaylen Brown's one where I was kind of thinking about my process, and I'm going to wait longer into the second quarter because I took Jaylen Brown at the end of the first quarter, and the Celtics were down 15 to the Bucks, and before you knew it, they were down 27, and that game was just over. So I would have, if you would have asked me, would I have taken that play 6 minutes into the second quarter, I would have said no because it was too much of a difference for a team that already locked up the 1 seed in the East.
Well, yeah. So look, there's a lot to happen. There's a lot that's going to happen in terms of just seeing. I get this right. Just seeing, what's going on with the NBA. Of course, some of these scenarios where guys aren't playing or aren't playing hard or aren't going to play the full game. Team strengths. Lines have been moving a lot for sure. So we'll navigate with some extra caution tonight. If you guys want to reduce your units, I don't hate it.
I don't like taking these. I don't care who they are. Some of these guys I like taking. I know I took.
Yeah, no, we're gonna do it, but I'm just advising a little caution because if people don't know, right? people aren't aware, like, oh, it's a normal episode of BetCast. I'm going to tail what the guys are doing. What the heck is going on with these NBA games? Like, why did my guy get seated in the middle of the third quarter and not play again? There's two games left.
True.
Right. So I just want to have a little extra preface. We're still going to go out there and test it out and see how it goes and make some bets. So let's get into it. We have the sheet updated now, ready to go. We dropped it in the YouTube comments if you want to come and link to the sheet. It's the same one every single week. So if you've ever gone to the sheet, just type in BetCast and Google Docs, and it should pop up. Now, if you want to tail all Moose's picks whenever he's doing this, please join the Discord, especially if you're a Shot Quality Bets member. That's how you get his picks. You have to join the member, update your name on the site, all that good stuff. But we love delivering value to our members, and we love Shot Quality Live. So let's get into it. Let's go back to the Shot Quality Live dashboard, the Score Center, and see what we got. Game's just about to start. Before we get into it, let's make sure we give a good shout out to our friends over at SportTrade. Of course, they are the presenting partners of Shot Quality Live BetCast. SportTrade offers a exclusive, one-of-a-kind betting experience. No delay on in-play betting is a huge benefit. Tight lines, instant tech support, available in New Jersey, Colorado, and coming to Iowa next month. SportTrade encourages you to bet responsibly. Get 3% cash back on every bet, plus 1 free month of Shot Quality Bets. Simply sign up for SportTrade using code SQB. Bet $100 on any basketball market, and you get that free month. You get that nice 3% cash back on anything you get. Of course, that code again is just SQB. All right, big shout out to SportTrade. Really just a fun way to get another out if you're in one of the states where it's available. Of course, they're working to expand. We've had interviews on the show with the CEO, so if you're interested in learning a little bit more about it, you can just go check that out. It's of course, it's fun because we're also placing live bets in the moment while he's on. I mean, it's a unique interview. But all right, Moose, enough prefacing. We've been chatting here for 5 minutes. A couple people have rolled in. Let's get to some bets. How are we feeling? What do you want to start with?
Well, I was looking at the Bulls Wizards to begin with. I mean, that's pretty tight. I know you're not big on taking the under. Hot NBA players, hot shooters stay hot when it's prefers in college basketball. So I was looking at the players, and you have a couple names that stick out. Adama Sanogo for one. Yes, UConn's Adama Sanogo. Torrey Craig, Justin Champagne. Champagne, isn't that how you say it?
Champagne, yeah.
Yeah, I like Champagne, though. Do you have a brother?
I don't know off the top of my head, but it sounds like I feel like there might have been two.
There was one at St. John's, right? Is that the one from St. John's?
I'm literally, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, anyways, I'm thinking about taking the over on one of these cats.
Okay.
But I think I have
it's kind of early here. I'm thinking, what I think has gone pretty well. We saw those results. It was a pretty good night. Of course, the only one where that over didn't hit was when we got instantly stonewalled. I don't think it's going to happen here tonight. I like this one to stay a little bit on the hot side. I think it fits the narrative. End of the season, neither of these teams that great. Bulls are in the play-in, I believe, now. So this game could just feature very little defense, and it looks like that's kind of what's happening right now. We're seeing a big differential already. So I'm going to go ahead and get my live over in here on the teams to stay hot. So let's go with that here. A nice bet between these two, over 244.5. I think we're going to go ahead and lock that one in. All right, we got over 244.5 is my first play for this Bulls, and they were playing the Wizards. All right, that has some potential, even if the bench starts to come in, Moose. I think there's some good reasoning to think we still see some points come in. A lot of guys hot on these teams. Are you taking anyone to go cold, or are you riding with anyone to stay hot? I mean, Javonte Green having a really nice start here for sure.
There's a couple ways. So Jordan Poole's out, and so Champagne is up. I don't know if I can even find a live number. He was on the G League their last game, so he gets called up with a lot of players.
Probably not going to see a lot of books able to offer lines on a player like that on his first night.
He's only played 13 games this year. He played on the 7th, was down on the 9th, back up on the 12th. I'm leaning him. I like Torrey Craig for a second, but I waited too long. He hit a 3, and I think that's a lot of value when it comes to guys like a Torrey Craig when it probably already has a low over-under total. So I'm looking at him, looking at Adama Sanogo. But again, I don't know how much they're going to offer Sanogo. He's been up a little bit, but he doesn't play a lot. So I don't know if I trust that one too much. I like to look at minutes. A lot of these younger cats, like I think we took Lamar Stevens in the Discord a couple days ago out of Penn State playing for, was it Cleveland now or whoever Cleveland played? He plays on that team, the Kings. I don't know. And I think in the last 6 games or 4 games, he was
playing. I don't any of these guys. I don't even have Sanogo.
Yeah, he was playing like 34 minutes a game, so I knew he was going to stay out there. They were only using a 7-man rotation. ShotQuality said he was cold, and ShotQuality had enough data on this guy. Like, he played enough games where you could be like, well, that's a good shot. That's not a good shot. So I felt good taking that player. Here I'm sitting with Sanogo, and I know they're down Vucevic, so that's probably why he's playing. He's getting rest. Chicago's locked into the 7th or the 9th seed. There's nothing they can do about it. They can't move up. They can't move down. So I'm probably going to skip right now on this one, to be honest with you.
All right. Yeah, I don't hate it. There's not a lot of availability here. Johnny Davis, absolutely just killing it on his first shots, already above his point total. Interesting ones to keep track of as we, get in these weird positions. It's going to be an interesting night, that's for sure. But I still think we're going to see a bunch of points scored, a lot of overperformance. Should be a fun one. I think probably a fun game to watch right now for sure. All right, let's go back to Score Center. Of course, using ShotQuality's live scores, we should see some of these games populating in a few minutes as games tip off. Usually liking to wait until after, that first quarter comes to an end, right, Moose? So let's check in with the Orlando Magic and the Philadelphia 76ers here. Seeing this one right now should be tied. 76ers doing a little bit better, but nothing crazy, just an overperformance by about a bucket, maybe 2 buckets on either side. What do you think here? Let's take a look at the players. Have Paolo Banchero, our guy, a little cold. Should that be a play we lock in on his over for him to get right?
100%. He's never, the 2 times I bet on him on his over while he was cold, he's come through clutch both times.
Is this a scenario though where maybe he isn't going to play the whole game?
But if you go look at the standings with 2 games left, there's about 6 teams all.
Yeah, the East is a little more competitive.
Right. So I'm going to get on this because I think I don't know the tiebreaker scenario, but there's, I think, 7 teams between 49 and 44 wins or whatever it is, and they're at 46. Yeah. So they're 2 games off of the Heat who are in the play-in, and they're 2 games off of another team that's right there. So
now it's getting a little bit more tilted. Now we have the 76ers maybe making a few shots in the last couple seconds. Interesting.
It didn't lock in. I just had it, and it's gone. Hold on. I got spinning wheel.
We hate the spinning wheel. Yeah,
I absolutely despise the spinning wheel.
I got 19 and just locked for me on Paolo. I got 19.5. Okay, 18.5 minus 130 now. I'm going to pull up the second book. Try to shop a little bit. You guys should all, of course, be shopping as much as you can. That's part of why, we partner with Sporttrade to encourage shopping. Sporttrade encourages shopping. Exchanges want you to get the best prices. It's the whole idea. And we want you to do that as well because it increases your return, makes using our software potentially even more profitable to have, sports books essentially competing against each other and every single type of out to get you the best price. All right. Moose, first play of the night, bud. What do you got?
Paolo Banchero over 18.5 minus 115. Banchero over 18.5 minus 115.
I've seen that too. All right, let's get in.
Dude, we're right near half, right where we want it. It's only a 9-point game. Philly's got the double heat. Orlando's right there. This isn't a game where the spread closed. I don't think it was a game where the spread closed. 6.5 Philly. They're favored by quite a bit, but not too much. Not like the 15, 16-point games we've been seeing for some of these teams. And like I said, Orlando is right there when it comes to seeding. They have 46 and 34. The 3 seed Knicks are 48 and 32. I don't know how the tiebreaker goes there, but I don't know, but that's within 2 games. And then in the play-in, you have the team they're playing right now in Philly. And if Philly beats them, they'll have identical records, which I would imagine Philly then would own the tiebreaker. I don't know how much they played this year, but if Philly owns the head-to-head, all of a sudden Orlando's in the play-in. So
yeah.
you kind of want to compete.
Should be a fun one.
You don't want to play that extra game or two. That's just too much. You know what I'm saying? You want to be in the top 6. Now, I think the play-in's an absolute joke, but that's not what we're here for.
That's not what we're here to talk about. All right, we have a couple scenarios we're looking for. I don't know if you guys saw. If you're not part of the email list, definitely check that out on ShotQualityBets.com. Front page right there we can go check it out right now. Just pop over to ShotQualityBets.com, see what you got there, and enter your email to get our daily email. We were just talking a little bit about today some of these scenarios in which we found some interesting, profit angles. Starting to look into this data as we collect more and more of it. It's been pretty interesting, Moose. Saw that when we have a big discrepancy, the differential between the shot quality score and the actual score of being like 14, 15 points between the two, and the spread is like a little bit, more competitive in the single digits. You want to take that cold team. So starting to find some bigger scenarios where maybe it's, for the cold team to come back. And we saw it last night. I forget which team it was, or the night before, actually, with the Suns, right? Your Suns were one of those scenarios. But
yeah, I like looking at those bigger spread ones where the game's like, oh, this should be a blowout, but it's not. And
I like that sort of later. What I think maybe has some more legs is like early on is catching the early signal of a team getting hot. And then later in the game, maybe being able to get out. And of course, something we don't really do here that we maybe should think about. I don't know, next season. I don't even know what a season is around here. We've been grinding. Today is actually a month anniversary, Moose. It's the 12th. I've been doing this now since December 12th, so it's pretty cool. Running almost 50 shows now. But yeah, I think we could look into middling. We haven't really talked about middling a lot. And I think if you can learn when to get in on a team and then when to, get in the other side and maybe even be able to cash both, manage positions, especially if you're doing money lines, taking plus money or good prices with expected value based on shot quality. I think there's a lot of opportunity there. So we'll be looking for some of these, post half type of 15 plus big discrepancies to maybe come back. And I don't know. We're testing the data as much as possible. I'm keeping my mind open. We've saw some of the hot teams stay hot. We've seen some of the cold teams stay cold. We've seen the middle. We've seen the opposite. It's the end of the season. I'm not trying to draw conclusions that will stay with me forever. We do have an interesting one developing here, Moose. The Nets are doubling up the Knicks right now. What do you think here? Should we check in at the end of the first quarter, or do you want to see it develop a little more?
We can jump into it. That's kind of crazy. The Knicks are getting just absolutely just ran through.
They're missing the shots. That's what happens. They're expected to only be down by 2, but they're down by 16. So that's right there. Do we want to test it out? It says the only qualifier here was the differential was 14 or more points between the actual and the SQ, which we have 2 and 16, right? And the next qualifier was that it wasn't the fourth quarter, and the line had to be between 8 and -8. So what are we getting right now for
on 11? At Nick's closest minus 11.5.
Right. Well, it's not about the closing line. It's about the live line. Sorry. The spread, the spread right now is a money line. So this is basically saying you take the Knicks. You take the Knicks. You expect the Knicks to win. Shot quality data at a 63% clip based on around 300 games this season already in the NBA. My hair is, man, I need a GRP gel right now, bro. I'll just grab the hat if it keeps staying. If it keeps getting.
It keeps doing that little flip, dude.
Come on. Hours in the salon. No, I didn't. I actually.
He did.
Took a shot. It's called. You guys check it out. It's a good one. I highly recommend it. Anyway, let's go Knicks. Come on, let's see what happens. We have a good sample size. Something we looked into. This is a great place to get into it. A great place to exercise the edge we know shot quality has. So Knicks money line is going to be a pick right now. Knicks spread is going to be a pick right now. Let's see what line we're getting. I'm going to go place it with a book right now and see what we can get down on my little live betting here. We've got a good opportunity. I like this. Let's go Knicks. It's a 15-point game now.
Let's go.
We got a point back, but seeing a minus 133 money line, seeing the spreads sitting around, -2.5. I'm going to go ahead and get in here on the money line. Personally, I think that's just the right way to play it right now. So Knicks money line -133 is a play for me. Let's go Knicks. It's little brother, man. This is New York. It's a cold start. Shot quality says it should be a lot better. I don't really need to see much. I love to see it. That's what it's about. Knicks right here to win. I actually think I'm going to go the full unit on this one. This is a full play for me. Trusting the edge instead of the half unit. They're down 15, should be up 1. It's only getting better right now, guys. So Knicks expected to win. Now part of this little grouping here of 200 plus, 300 plus, 240 plus events that we've tracked already this season. So let's see how it goes. Expected to win at a good clip, not 100%. Nothing's always a given, but I think we got a good one. All right.
What's crazy?
Are you taking this with me though, Moose? Like, what are you doing?
I want to see. I want to see a little bit more action. I'll be honest, but I think you're. I mean, obviously, I think you're in the right spot. It's just I've been sticking to these player overs, and they've been doing wonders for me. So I'm trying not to veer off. You know how I was in college basketball. I stuck to what I did for the most. When I every time I veered off, I would it was God's way of telling me not to by making sure the bet lost.
No, I get it. I get it. There's it's hard not to have your own superstitions and want to stay in your lane when you get something that works. So hell, keep it up, dude. Who am I to say to switch anything up? I still think you should tail this one. I do like this pick a lot. So let's keep it going. Welcome in to anyone who's joined us late. We are about 20 minutes into our ShotQuality Live BetCast NBA version now. If you joined us for NCAA, we appreciate it. We're testing out some NBA data. Of course, you can get access to this. We're going to have some good deals going live soon. So if you're interested, excuse me, I got the frog in my throat. I'm going to grab some water in a second. But if you're interested in getting access to ShotQuality Live, the team data, the player regression data, we got it all. We got some really good stuff coming, some good updates going live almost every week, adding more and more stuff to this software so that you guys can get a better edge. Look at this. Jalen Brunson's got no points. Pretty rare to see that face next to Jalen. So I do expect him to start scoring. Dante DiVincenzo doing his thing. No one hot, no one cold. Well, Cam Thomas hot. Seems to drive in the heat a little bit. Trendon Watford doing a little bit of that as well. Assuming the Knicks don't give up, I don't know. They're battling for that 2 seed, right? So they have every reason to play. It's the Nets. I personally don't want to see my Knicks lose this game. I hope I got a little personal favor in it as well. I'm definitely going to turn that one on after we finish up our broadcast and hopefully see some good results. But all right, that's a good play. I think that's a really good play. We're trusting that shot quality edge. All right, back to the board. Let's reload the board. See what we got now. We got some new faces, some new logos here on the board. Bulls, Wizards, still going hot, baby. I like to see that. No live lines on the site directly, so I do have to peek down at my phone. All right, it's actually slowed up a little. But we got plenty of time. Orlando Magic and 76ers. We took Paolo there. I don't know if he scored a few more. Let's check in on this Indiana Pacers, Cleveland Cavaliers game, Moose. What do you got?
All right. I got one. We haven't talked about the game, but I went to go look at it. Boston's -7.5, even though nobody's playing. They got a guy who used to play at Marquette, who went to Virginia, who is now starting today because literally no one's playing. That would be Sam Hauser. I'm going to grab over, or I did grab over 14.5 -110. He's cold. He only has 2 points.
Just another miss. Just his SQ just jumped to 7 from 6. So he's shooting. I like this.
I like him mainly because he's been playing a lot of minutes, and that's with everyone healthy. Like a couple days ago, he played 22 minutes with Tatum playing 31, Jaylen Brown playing 28 in a close game. This is one where I could see him eclipsing 35 minutes easy because A, nobody's playing. B, this is supposed to be a game that Boston should win. It's close. Why not let Hauser just go out there and cook? Why not?
Yeah.
You're sitting you're sitting Drew Holiday. You're sitting Jason Tatum. You're sitting Jaylen Brown. Derek White is out. He's a 15-point scorer. Al Horford's out. So seriously, why not? Kristaps ain't playing. Like I like Sam Hauser here to get a lot of run and keep shooting the ball. He's 1 of 6, 0-5 from deep. He shoots 43% from deep this season. He's approaching a 50-40-90 season. So I like him. Over 14.5.
Yeah, and pulled up his player research page here that we use for a lot of different purposes here, but you can see his last 10 games, his minutes played, pretty consistent. Points have been good. He's gonna get some looks here. Shot quality regression data, all this available for every single player, every single league, part of the standard membership actually. So pretty cool to see, and get some good player data there. So all that stuff, along with some live, and even more if you want to dig deeper, we have some really cool stuff. Now, do we want to do maybe a revisit here, Bulls Wizards, see if there's any players at the half we want to bet on? Using your cold players getting hot. We didn't really didn't have anything, but I knew it. Javonte Green, man.
That's the guy who I told you to bet the under that one time, and he hit it.
We could pull up his player page. All he's been doing, dude, is lighting.
He doesn't shoot that. I mean, he might be shooting a lot, but I remember that game I told you to take the under. He shot 3 times in the second half, and he just happened to make 2 of 3.
Right.
So
I think that was the Magic game, too.
Yeah, he's playing well. I mean, I don't know what to tell. Like, the guy's playing good basketball.
I mean, he's had some red hot games. That Knicks game, maybe I don't know if that was at the guard. It might have been at the guard. So who knows? But anyway, some fun stuff there.
Playoffs. He went from not playing this year. What is it? It said 7 games played right there. The guy has 7 games played this year to.
Yeah, I was trying to go out to his whole season. It wouldn't let me because that's it.
Yeah, and he played 32 games last year, set like 15 minutes a game. He's gonna get run in the playoffs, in the play-in. Right. Maybe they're just 1 game, but. Good for him. I mean, you got to tip your cap. I don't know the guy, but that's Hauser scores.
Running with those minutes. All right. Hauser's score, you said?
Yeah.
Nice. All right. So we are in. What line did you get?
14.5 minus 110. I had 13.5 minus 125, but it locked on me. So,
there's always a debate. There's always a debate on if you should be taking, the better point, the better line. I kind of.
I would have took with the minus 125 at 13.5, but it locked, and then it went to 14.5 minus 110. I jumped in on that, which was really weird because he had 2 points when it was 13.5, and he had 2 points when it was 14.5. The only difference I could see was he checked into the game. So maybe you're like, oh, he's getting a little bit more run. Let's add him.
We should. Learning a little about how all these different algorithms work would probably help our process. And look, we've obviously done very well running the show using the data. It's been very fun. It's been very profitable. I think a lot of people can attest that the live data has won this season. It's been awesome, honestly. So hopefully the Knicks can continue to show that it's a worthwhile spot to get in on them, but you can still do it. Should still be worthwhile odds, and that's, I think, part of what we're looking at. Is not just being able to say, okay, we can predict the winner, but we can predict where it's a worthwhile shot, that against the odds, minus 133, with that juice that you're playing in a high market, that's a good shot for what you're getting in this type of market. So yeah, I really like it. Let's go Knicks. Come on.
Let's go Knicks.
All right. Cleveland Cavaliers, Indiana Pacers. We looked in there for a second. We didn't stay long.
No, let's head back in.
Let's head back in. So this one, pretty fast-paced game. I always expected. Cleveland Cavaliers are hot. Our guy Darius Garland, only 5 points. Come on, I need to get one through the hoop so bad.
You do.
Three straight, wide open looks that I airballed. And that just feels terrible because the shot quality is saying Sabonis should have gone over. And I don't even remember them. They're out of my mind. But last night, Bogdan should have gone well over. And last night with Murray should have gone under. So
the game matters to both. The game matters to both.
When to live bet Knicks Gents is at this point right now is when the line is going to be a decent enough. What they're down 16, expected to be up 8. So this is still good value. They've yet to essentially make their run or see the Nets like go cold. The Nets are playing an expectation now. We can go. Hold on. Let's take a peek. Let's go take a peek at the Knicks, just so people can see what we're talking about while we're talking about it. So you can see the points per shot. Nets just aren't cooling off, right? They're still developing 1.7 points per shot here, 17 points on 11 expected. Knicks have started to heat up with them, though, or at least not be cold. So, again, I wouldn't really panic. I wouldn't worry. It's not going badly yet by any means. It could all occur in the fourth quarter. It could occur in the second half. But, yeah, I mean, Nets expected to have 10 less points. So a good spot, especially with the Knicks expected to have 7 more. So, yeah, I'd continue to try to get in here and see how it goes. All right, Cavs Pacers. Every second I see minutes tick off and I don't see Darius Garland score, I'm going to be happier and happier, Musa. But I don't know, anything you want to take any of these guys to stay hot, or do you want to, or are you really just right now the Musa thesis is player props on cold players to get?
I mean, I've been taking some unders, but it has to be a blowout.
Okay.
And that's just not the case here.
Yeah, no.
If it was, I would. Yep. Here, I would take an over, but there's only Doug McDermott's the only one that hasn't scored with a shot quality point. Everyone else is right on it. So probably a pass here just because the game. I mean, Cleveland, they're up 9. Shot quality says they should be up only 3.
Yeah. It's probably a good pass.
Yeah, the spread was 3.5. It's just nothing I love.
All right, so we're back. And if you guys notice, we have the proper organization now that March Madness is over. So March Madness tools no longer accessible. And I believe that, the organization just is going to put NBA in the first one now, a little different. And of course, still go check out the blog for the pick of the day. Every single day we can go show you what that looks like. It's just L, and please, dear God, don't be an L. All right, but we'll see. We'll keep track of it. All right, a couple other games are in action now, Moose. We have Atlanta versus Minnesota here, just underway. Not really much you can really do with these. So what do you think? Where do you want to take a look? Anything jumping out to you? We talked about Hauser. Let's see if anyone else has maybe been shooting or not shooting. Peyton Pritchard, kind of hot. That's an interesting one. It looks like the two of them are taking shots.
He just hit another 3. He might be a guy I take, Peyton Pritchard on the under, just because it looks like this game's getting out of hand and getting out of hand quick.
But is he a type of guy who's going to play in those minutes still?
I don't think so. I think Pritchard, this season he's averaging 22 minutes per game, and I know right now, he plays a good amount. Pritchard legitimately plays a good amount. So does Hauser. So it's a little counterintuitive what I'm saying.
Or you might just win one, lose one. So,
but I could see Hauser getting more run than Pritchard because I feel like Pritchard really is
3 good shots. That's it. Shout out Max. Shout out to Maximilian, man. The Hornets have taken just 3 good shots all game. 61% of their shots are bad. 20 bad shots, 10 average, 3 good. That is so rough.
Are you looking at that? I'm looking at you have the score.
Thank you for I'm talking about something I'm not showing, but yeah, we got Charlotte Hornets here, a really rough number, honestly. It's about as bad as we've seen for a game deep into the second quarter. Just 3 good shots, and they're scoring on them. So it looks ugly, but it should be even uglier, which is always an interesting angle.
This is really embarrassing for Charlotte, I gotta say. And I know the spread was 7.5, but dude, they sat all their starters. They sat everybody. And I know Boston's bench is good. I know Peyton Pritchard's a very good rotational player for
He's got
the best team in the league. So Sam Hauser, but come on, dude. Come on.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not super surprised. And again, this could come back around. It's kind of gross. I don't like it. We knew today was going to be gross. Sorry if you guys were expecting rapid fire bets. Hopefully get into a bit more serious environments for the playoffs, where we can trust that every game will have like true opportunities for us. Knicks developing the shots, just not hitting them, right? And that's what we
6 out of the 7 best players on Boston per PER and points per game and all that jazz are not playing. So, right. I mean, I know we're not surprised Charlotte's getting their doors blown off, but come on, man, have some self-respect. I need to get my phone charger. I'm taking you guys with me.
We're on the move.
Mobile. Actually, I need my laptop charger, which operates as a phone charger because I have an Android.
We have to fix that.
And a Chromebook.
We'll fix that. What are we doing not fixing that for you, dude? You're a star. I love this guy. Alec Musa, what a pleasure it's been running the show with you this whole season. We've accomplished quite a lot here. Went to Vegas together, ran it up at Circa. Woo! What a time it's been. We're going to be back in even fuller force for college, of course, next season. More BetCasts, more stuff. We might be testing out a new host, potentially. I don't know. You haven't heard anything. We are definitely growing and trying to bring more and more shot quality level content to you guys because, y'all been eating it up. We appreciate that a lot. So we'll keep going. And you guys been eating up guys like Moose and Max and 3-Point Sniper and Coleman. And we love having great talent using our data, using it to attack live games, using it to predict things pregame. There's a lot of ground to cover, a lot of leagues to cover, and we're going to hopefully do it all. All right, Cavs getting out to a big lead here, Moose, and I'm hoping still not Darius Garland hitting the shots. It is Donovan Mitchell, it is Evan Mobley, it is Jarrett Allen combining for 39 of the 60 points for the Cleveland Cavaliers. How do you approach that?
13 points to me in a game where the spread was basically now it's an 11-point game. I can see Indiana, the Indianapolis Colts.
They play in Indianapolis. They're not.
Yeah. Why is that? Why was one the Indianapolis Colts and one's the Indiana Pacers?
I don't know, but I do know that like the Indianapolis Colts, of course, have been like all over the country. Like they were the Baltimore Colts. So maybe something about being the city.
If anything, I would want to take a Pacers player to heat up, but the only guy is Doug McDermott, and 1 point of value ain't going to do it for me. And a Cleveland guy I don't really want to, I guess, could slow down, an Evan Mobley or Georges Niang, but I don't think it's enough. I'm actually eyeing Pritchard more and more. This Cavs game, I think, is going to be a lot like the Wizards game for me, where I just go ahead and punt it to the moon.
Can I interrupt this standard programming to tell you why it is the Indiana Pacers, not the Indianapolis Pacers?
The state, right? I just went off the state.
Yeah, no. But it's the Indiana Pacers. It was chosen to be that because originally when the team was incorporated, they wanted to host games all around the state and not just in the central location. So that's interesting. You stumbled on that. And of course, Pacers referring to pace cars, I believe.
Well, I think most, and NBA, I feel like I read somewhere that they're mostly cities. Like you have the Phoenix Suns, the Los Angeles Lakers, the Los Angeles Clippers. I guess there's a couple that aren't, like Indiana Pacers, but who else? Like Orlando Magic.
Are we doing this right now?
Obviously, but
yeah, we can go through the. I got the team standings. Boston Celtics, Denver is the city. Milwaukee, Phoenix, Sacramento, Golden State. Okay, that's a little bit more meta. L.A., New York, L.A., Indiana. Well, New York. I mean, technically,
New York.
Right. It's not called this. It's not New York City. It's New York, New York. So that's technically the city name. Cleveland, Miami, Minnesota, Oklahoma City, Orlando, New Orleans, Philadelphia. Right. Utah. Utah's there. Interesting. Atlanta, Charlotte. Oh, I skipped the Charlotte. I don't know how. Portland, San Antonio. All right, Washington. That's an interesting one. Detroit, Brooklyn, Toronto. Toronto's like a whole province and a city. I don't know. Yeah, city actually. That's not a city. I'm being stupid. But anyway, a lot of cities. Interesting point. I never really realized that. But the more you know, the more you hang out with this Musa guy. All right, back to business. Still no more Darius Garland points. We're going into the half at 5 on a 18.5. Man, if we get a bad second half, man, I'm going to be upset. I'm gonna be upset. It's almost been a week. It's been rough. And I know we went like 81 and 51 in college. So like 3-7 out the gate isn't gonna kill anyone. 3-8 out the gate isn't gonna kill anyone. And it's probably due regression, but I don't like it. I'm never gonna like it. Why would I like it? But all right. Looks like Donovan Mitchell kind of missed a shot or two, which is interesting. He went from a fire to a target. Could it be an interesting time to get in on him with the, expecting him to have the ball in his hands and shooting a lot? Moose?
Yeah.
You like Donovan Mitchell? What do you think of him? He was hot. He was like on fire. He had 18 points. I think he was on like 14 or 15 shot quality. And now he's missed a couple and he's right back into the target range. Do you think like, all right, this guy's going to be the one with the ball in his hands, clearly overperforming, and maybe just missed a few? Is he hitting his next
I'm such
few?
a stickler for the emojis, dude. I see Max Strus though.
You're a big emojis guy? I like that.
Is a guy that I didn't even notice when I was because I didn't scroll like an asshole on my phone because I like to keep the comment section.
Watch the language. It is not a family show, so
I like to keep the comments open and how it looks on my computers. I got the comments, I got the banners and everything.
I don't think people are commenting. I see like 3 comments.
I know, which is weird because we have almost 500.
It's because they're watching on Twitter, and you can't watch on Twitter and comment unless you have Twitter Blue.
Yeah, true. And I'll be honest, I've watched like the JP show when you were doing it, and I just go on Twitter. I do everything.
I got to bring that back, man. I've been just overwhelmed in life, and I think you have to give yourself a break sometime when you finish an entire college basketball season.
You have to. You have to.
That'll be back. I have some ideas. I want to get the guy who had the videos about like the overinflated basketballs on. Like, I want to get that dude on the show.
Dude, the 3-pointers they weren't banging.
I weren't banging. We'll also do some baseball and we'll do some NBA. We'll have a good time. And of course, we have some exciting news that ShotQuality will be a presenting partner over there a little bit, so that'll be fun.
I think I'm about to have 2 plays, by the way.
All right. I'm waiting. You're gonna play Max Strus, right?
I'm just gonna pull him up, and I'm also gonna play Peyton Pritchard because I do think it's gonna be an inflated line. And I expect him to play the third quarter. So Sam Hauser's at 10 points. He made a 2 and 2 threes in the time when we made the bet. So I actually feel good on that. His current live line 16.5. We got 14.5, so we're playing with 2 points. Peyton Pritchard is at over 31.5, under 31.5. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say he doesn't get it, which is tough to do, especially with him sitting at probably something really sweet. But let's see. If it's less than like 10 points, he has to score.
You gotta be ready to go. Come on, Max Strus. We're going on the over. What happens if he hits a shot in these 3 seconds while I'm grabbing water?
No. So let me lock in the first one. I'm just assuming Pritchard doesn't score 8 points in the third quarter. Okay. I don't think he's going to play the fourth, and I'm hoping Sam Hauser hits a couple of the 3 and a layup. So I'm going to lock that in. Peyton Pritchard under 31.5.
Under 31.5 for Pritchard?
Yes.
31.
He's not going to drop a 30 burger. I think he'll get close.
That is a wild number for sure.
And then for the other one, Max Strus over 6.5. Not a lot of points. I think he's going to get a lot of run. This game matters for both. I think Indiana will keep it close for the most part, meaning the Cavalier players are going to play a lot of basketball, meaning Max Strus, who's been getting a lot of minutes and shooting the ball a lot, is going to get over 6.5, minus 125.
All right. Everything updated on the scoreboard, my friend, which we will share quickly for everybody to see.
I really like this Strus one, dude. I know he's only got 2 points, but he's playing – last couple games, pulling it up here, he's been playing 29 minutes, 39, 29, 38, 32, 27, 27. Like, he's been playing a lot, and he's gone over 6.5 every single game. So
I'm with it. So this is everything we have on the board. I'm cleaning up my many tabs here. I don't think you guys can see that, but
he's hit a 3 every single game this season. February 25th, he didn't hit a 3. He scored 3 points. So if he hits a 3, that puts him at 5 points, meaning all he has to do is make one more shot after that. And remember, he didn't step out of bounds that one game. I'm blanking on it, but they're playing the Heat or the Celtics. He stepped out when he didn't, or whatever. Yep, that's my plays.
All right. Let's make some plays. Let's keep going. All right, Knicks are back into 12. I think if you're the Knicks, and you're within 10 points in the Nets. Like, you just got to feel like it takes 7 or 8 possessions to get back.
It's now a 7-point game. That means, like I said, I could have got in. This happened to us in college basketball too. I could have got in at a better number, could have done this, could have done that. Usually I wait. But when I got in, I usually did pretty well for the most part, you got to admit. So I'm probably going to jump in on a player prop or two here.
Oh, in the next game?
Yes.
All right, let's dive in. Single view, baby. From the multi.
See, like Brunson had 0 on 4, and they were like, "Oh, he's struggling, right?" Now he's 11-9. He's got the arrow on him, which OG Anunoby.
So obvious to take him at that time, wasn't it?
Mikal Bridges.
Come on. Well, he had 0. Jalen Brunson. He's so good. Thank you, Dallas. I'm glad. I'm so glad. Shame about Julius Randle's shoulder, dude. That's just, I think that's an X factor for them really being able to like have a non-zero chance to not only get to the finals but win it. And I just think that that's this lineup. I mean, you could do it, but what, you're going to need Bojan Bogdanovic to carry a significant load. That's a big ask for this team to be a true finals contender. Josh Hart needs to start hitting those corner threes.
You know, I had a friend.
I've been a Knicks fan for too long. There's no way they raise a trophy.
I love Jalen Brunson.
How can you not? I
don't know. I'm telling you, I knew a guy who once said, this was like right when he joined the Knicks, right when he left Dallas. He goes, if Jalen Brunson was my 2, I wouldn't take the job as a GM.
Well, I don't think your buddy's a GM. I think there's a reason your buddy's not a GM.
Yeah, so, I know.
No. We're going hack, boys. Come on.
The flop
executive
keeps flopping.
I know. It keeps flopping, dude. It's like LeBron James. But no.
I get it. I got it.
No, it took you a second, honestly. I was a little surprised.
I think I'm going to get in on this. I almost want to get on Brunson. I love his game. He was.
You're late.
So good.
You're definitely late to get in on Jalen Brunson if you want to.
I think I'm late. It's not ice cold anymore.
What about Mikal Bridges though?
So I checked his last game. We talk about like, are they just going to call it a game? Dude, last game, for some odd reason, he only played 22 minutes with 1 foul. Like it's a 7-point game. They're eliminated, so it doesn't matter what they do. So I think that's where you have a star playing. That it doesn't matter. Like, you can just be like, yeah, you're done for the day. We're resting you so you don't get hurt. So I'm a little hesitant on taking his game. I'm not hesitant on taking any of the Knicks players because this game matters to them for standing purposes.
No, it definitely does.
A 3 seed is a lot different than a 6 seed. 3 seed, there's a chance. Or not? Yeah, there's a chance.
I want Bridges, though.
I'm just worried. Like, dude, why did he only play 22 minutes last time? Why?
The end of the season, and Cam Thomas is going. So, maybe he's not feeling great. I mean, the line's low. You gotta consider that it looks like everyone kind of knew what was up. The line was low here at 12.5. Like, come on,
that was the closing line, 12.5.
Yeah. So anyone joining us,
that is averaging 20 points per game.
I just hit the retweet button. So anyone joining us, here's where we're at tonight. Playing this over on the Bulls and the Wizards. We both have the Boncaro play. Musa took Hauser and Pritchard under. Well, Hauser over, Strus over, Pritchard under. A big number on Pritchard. And then Knicks money line for me at a much better. It looks probably a little bit of a better price. I don't know where it's
Hauser and Banchero are already at the point where they only need a couple more buckets. Banchero's at 13. You said if he has 5 points in the third quarter, and Hauser scored 8 points in the last 6 minutes of the Boston game. So I feel good about both. Pritchard got in at half. He needs to have an epic third quarter because I don't think he's going to play the fourth. And I think Sam Hauser just needs to make a couple baskets in the fourth, and he's good.
That's the hope, right? We got some good plays out here. We're going to keep diving into a few of these games. The 8 p.m. tip-offs, just getting into that range, Moose, where we can start feeling kind of good. We do wait for the second quarter usually. So all these games just getting to that point. So we'll go through these. And we'll probably get out of here, but this should take us like another 20, 30 minutes. We definitely have a lot of ground to uncover. We can play some third quarter plays, of course, for these games at the half. But we've kind of hit most of these already. Hoping for a lot of points between the Bulls and the Wizards right now for me. Hoping for a Knicks comeback. And then also we are watching Darius Garland hopefully not score too many points. He's at 5. What do you got? What do you got?
Well, Darius Garland will be fine, or you'll get completely screwed. OG Anunoby over 5.5 minus 120. Over 5.5 for OG Anunoby of the Knicks. He's 0 for 5 from the field. Got the ice going. Not even the ice. He's got the sad face because
he's got if the minute he hits a shot, it will turn ice. That's how bad it is.
He would be ice if he had 1 point. And he doesn't. He plays a lot of minutes for the Knicks, like a good amount. 25 last game, 35 the game before that, 37, 28. He's going to get more than 25 minutes a game. He's a good basketball player. He really is. He shoots 50% from the field, 40% from deep almost. 0 for 5 ain't in the cards for my boy.
No.
Against a bad Nets team, where I could see Mikal Bridges is not playing in the fourth quarter. Again, in a game where I do think the Knicks come back and win, there's a reason they're minus 130 on the money line. I know someone in the comments said they got plus 110. So I do think
it dipped a little bit, and I think that Nets got the ball and everything. Use my live boost on OG over 1.5 3. So very like-minded out here. I like it. And if you guys want to come chat, of course, join us on YouTube, youtube.com/@ShotQualityBets. Pretty easy. You'll see the live broadcast, and you can come tell us what's up. All right, let's keep going. I'm going to pull up the Denver Nuggets and the San Antonio Spurs game. This one kind of spot on. Nuggets winning by 3, expected to be winning by 6, with both teams within 1.2 points. Let's take a look at what we're seeing here. It looks like the neither quarter anything crazy. Player box score. What do we think here, Musa? We have Christian Braun, who's cold. We've seen him kind of do some big plays last.
He was the shot quality Discord play last game, and he had. If anyone watched the game, it was on ABC. Did you? I don't know if you saw it, but he hit 2 just insane.
I saw the dunks. They were sick.
And those were both. The shot quality live was, I think, at half he had 2 points, and his over was set at 4.5.
Right, so that's probably right where he's at right now. He has 1 point. His closing line was 6.5. Shot quality expects him to have 5 points, so he's getting those looks. I mean, something that I think my understanding of kind of some of the statistical likelihoods behind the emojis popping up in the first place is you have to take shots to get shot quality score, right? So you don't get cold unless you're getting some looks. So that means Braun has the ball in his hands. He's taking looks and he's not hitting them. Shot quality isn't expecting them to be terrible. I kind of like it. We playing some Christian Braun. We expect the same thing. Or you what about Wemby? I don't know. That's a little bit too close to comfort.
I think it's
I'll go with Braun. I'm going to ride out with Braun. I'm going to pull up a number on my sports book, see what we can get here for Christian Braun on a points total over to come out of the cold slump here a little bit. So let's see what we got. Take a second. We need some good old Jeopardy music here, Moose.
I had him. He disappeared on me. It was a sad.
The guys are looking for the bets type music. And then finally, when it's done, we hit the lock in, and it's so sweet. We'll get that. I got to update the graphics. I got to get an editor. I got to get a real producer, so it's not me back here. No discredit to Max, who does a great job with the sheet.
Damn it, Max.
No, you know what I'm talking about, though. We could do a lot. We could do a lot. So, all right, Denver Nuggets here. I'm looking at player points. I got it up. Christian Braun line is closed at 5.5 right now. But I'm going to take it the minute it opens up. See 5.5 minus 115. I'm going to check a second book just because I can, because one's not open. I don't like that. Looks like a bucket just went in. I don't know if that might have been him. But let's see. Player. I'm not even seeing player points, man. FanDuel, come on. All right, open up. Get back to DraftKings. Looks like it's minus 130 when it opens now. So I don't know if you guys are hitting it elsewhere, but I think. Oh yeah, he just hit a shot, Moose.
Yeah, it closed on me too. Damn.
So we were a little slow. Okay. It happens, guys. It happens. You're So what do you got?
Wembanyama over 26.5. Done it before, done it again. I don't care that it's close to the closing line. Vic's money, man. Big Vic Wembanyama guy.
Big Vic money. No, I'm a huge fan too. I drafted him in my dynasty league. We got lifetime keepers. I don't know how him followed me at 6, man, but forever mine. I love it. Let's go. Gonna be a big fan for a long time. That's like a home league, so it's not even about like the money. Pure glory, pure bragging rights. So that's sweeter, honestly, at this point in my life.
It is sweeter.
It is. I like, a couple $100 versus beating my friends. Priceless. Come on.
Trust me, I'm in a fantasy football league with all my buddies from high school, and it's not even that much money, but it matters way more.
I came in last in the shot quality bracket because I actually didn't bet chalk. So I got roasted pretty hard, but they all bet chalk, and I was like, I would be ashamed. It's fair. I mean, look, I had Houston. I had Houston over UConn. It's not like I did terrible, but come on.
Anyway. I had Purdue all the way. They let me down on the chain. Okay. They didn't come close.
I mean, at the end of the day, we were anyone who didn't obviously see from the very beginning.
Chalk you did
UConn. Right. Look, it's okay. It's okay. I think Bennett might have won. Shout out to Bennett. I don't know if he's watching the show, but I think he might have taken that home. So that's a big win for my guy. All right. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything for Braun right now. Brown, I think you say it.
But it's Brown, which is so stupid, but not stupid. It's his name, but I remember calling him Braun. Nice. And
everyone calls him Braun by accident. He's
it's like Ryan Braun.
Well, yeah. Well, honestly, I remember ShotQuality actually had a highlighted profile of him as a draft prospect because he was underrated coming out of college. And I think that's been proven correct. He's currently at 7.5 minus 130. Do you still want it? That's
I can't get the show up,
needing.
So I'm gonna pass score right now. Actually, no, I'm not gonna pass.
5 more points. Take it. That's not 5 more points. I think he gets it. Minus 120 now. Over 7.5. Let's stick with our guns. One shot now doesn't mean anything. Over 7.5. Christian Braun. Let's go.
I'm coming with it.
All right, Braun. 7.
I got it with you. Over 7.5. 1 minus 120. It's just a shame that we had such a good line.
We just missed. Look, the nice thing is that we can sit here and just imagine a world where people out there watching the show were faster to act than us, and maybe got that line.
True, they see the score that you're showing up. If you're not a premium member and you're seeing this right here, that's the beauty of watching this. You can just watch. You don't even have to listen to us. You can put us on mute and you can look at the numbers yourself and make your own decision.
We're also on a little bit of a delay, which is already on a little bit of a delay, So, obviously, you want to get as close as possible to the real time. I've watched. I've watched it back on mute while we're recording it next to my face to see how long it takes to move my head or something, and how long it takes for me to see that motion on the screen. It's not light. So obviously having the data yourself is the best option. Because every minute matters. So anyway, let's keep rolling. We got a couple of games here. I said we'd get through all these games. We're gonna look at all of them. Let's go Atlanta Hawks versus Minnesota Timberwolves here. This game icy cold right now. So, where's that live over at that I took? Is it going poorly? Because I'm gonna be a little sad. I feel like it probably is. It was the Bulls Wizards. Oh no, it's not. Oh yeah, let's go. It's at 252. They picked it up. They have almost 200 points, 251, but we got 144. So it ebbed, but it flowed. So I don't know. We got two cold teams here, Moose. Do we get I think my hypothesis says take the under. So I'm going to take the under. Okay. I like that. I'm going to grab the under on the Wolves and the Hawks here. Expect them both to miss shots for the rest of the game. Under 211.5, minus 110. We're going to lock that in. All right. I like that. We're just MINATLU 211.5 minus 110. All right. I can type pretty fast my bets in these days. It's I don't know how people are in this industry for 30 years, man. Jesus. I've only been alive 30 years, and I don't know if I can do another 25. I'll tell you right now, 25 to life. It's a lot, bro. So betting is an emotional roller coaster of a sport for sure. But anyway, let's talk.
I don't even really care about. I do care about
Dr. Justin is in the house.
I care so much more about the win-loss, than the actual.
What do you mean?
Like if I'm giving out plays, I was like,
oh yeah.
If I was betting and not telling anybody, and it was like small money, I probably wouldn't be I'd be invested, but not like too much. But once I give a play out to other people, it's like it's the most important thing in the world.
Yeah, I get it. I've been there. I remember being when I was back on CBS. I used to sweat it so hard. I didn't give a crap about the money I put on it. I just didn't want to show up to work the next day and I'd have to hear it.
I got to play for you. So you hear it.
All right, let's go. Come on. What do you got?
The Mike Conley of the Timberwolves Wolves over 7.5. Mike Conley over 7.5. He's got a goose egg going 0 for 3 from the field.
4. Well, someone just hit a shot. Jordan McLaughlin.
But he's been playing a lot of minutes. He's a good basketball player. He's a veteran. I just like the spot. So
what's the number?
7.5 minus 120.
Okay.
My man's don't play it. Just needs to get a shot. As Peyton Pritchard just makes back-to-back layups, so it's great.
Rip. Yeah. All right. I don't hate it. The zeros in the second quarter is an interesting place to get in. You got to think, especially guys with more than just like a one, like Slow-Mo or Monte Morris. Conley's shooting a little. Like he's probably
Peyton Pritchard just went layup. By the way, in 1 minute.
Yeah. Not what you want to see.
Dude, they're losing. They're winning by 30. Charlotte has no heart.
They're not really very professional. It's been bad all year, especially with the LaMelo Ball injury. It just was never going to be pretty in Charlotte. It just isn't. It's just not great. And also like Mark Williams, like they were supposed. Mark Williams and LaMelo Ball. I mean that team would have been substantially different. I mean you have to think above league replacement level. It's very different. Because that's essentially what they have on the back end of that bench. Obviously not what's starting, but not great. The starters are probably below average. The guys that, Anyway, I don't know. What do you think? DeAndre Hunter? He has 2 fouls. I'm not going to touch it.
Not enough. So I like looking for 4 points. He's at 3. Plus he got the 2 fouls. He could pick up a third one relatively easily.
We got 4 more games to check out. We've been here for an hour. Big shout out to all of you guys who've been rocking with us the entire time. If you had to, step in, step out, grab dinner. I'm gonna order up some dinner. What should I even eat tonight? I don't know.
Payway.
I don't even know what that is, dude.
Okay, really?
What's Payway? Is that some Western stuff?
They don't have Payway in New York.
No.
I'm assuming they have Panda Express, right?
Yeah.
It's like a fancy Panda Express.
Okay.
And when I say fancy, it's like how like In-N-Out, it's like a fancy McDonald's. Payway is a fancy.
Okay.
Or whatever.
In-N-Out, fancy McDonald's. I can run with it. All right.
We gotta get back on. But if you don't have that, I can't help you.
Asian food, it sounds like. All right, maybe I'll grab some Chinese. We got good Chinese food around here. Los Angeles Lakers, Memphis Grizzlies. We have a game here that Lakers are winning by 9, expected to be losing by 3. Not really in that threshold, that plus 15 that we look for with the edge to get in on. But yeah, I'm not seeing much. This is a tough one. Scottie Pippen Jr. It looks like he's going to be shooting tonight.
Yeah, Bob, you got the wrong page up, but yes.
Oh, well, I can fix that instantly. All right, there we go. Scottie Pippen Jr., 14 on the shot quality, 11 on actual. Nothing. I don't. It doesn't really pop for me, honestly. I mean, maybe he's just going to shoot all night. This is.
That's who Lamar Stevens plays for. Memphis. I'm actually going to get on this because, dude, they have no players.
They have no players. It's essentially this is a few. People were talking some craziness yesterday saying this roster could lose to UConn. I don't know about that.
I think right now maybe the second they could do. They have no players.
Maybe.
Stephon Castle.
They might be. They might not be. Minus. They wouldn't be minus 200 favorites. That's for sure.
I'm gonna grab.
That's great.
Scotty Scottie Pippen Jr., the one and only,
It makes me feel old.
21 and a half.
Let's rock. Let's go, baby. I like it. I think you're on to something. I think that
this reminds me of the Lamar Stevens play. Like he didn't even do much better in the second half than I expected, but he kept shooting the ball because there was only 7 of them. So he's in the game the whole time. Someone's got to shoot.
That's the motto tonight for the Memphis Grizzlies. Someone's got to shoot.
Yeah, he's not even playing today. You have I'm assuming that's Zaire Williams. You have him out. Yeah. You have Desmond Bain out. I don't know how long these guys have been out, but Marcus Smart's out. Stevens is out. Is that Vince Williams? It is. He's out. John Morant obviously out. Watanabe out. Brandon Clark out. Derrick Rose out. Luke Kennard out. Aldama from Loyola is out.
Loyola
is out. I just named like 20 players, by the way.
Yeah, it's been bad. It's been bad for sure.
That's an understatement. They have 8 guys in uniform tonight.
Yeah, we just took
and
it
a couple
over
of them, like Xavier Simpson, I remember couldn't shoot at Michigan. I'm shocked he's in the NBA. I'm sure he's a great dude, but like, come on now, come on. What are we doing?
Clearly, he can shoot. You don't make the NBA if you can't shoot, dude.
Oh, he obviously got a lot better, but I think he shoot the lights out compared to me. But
well, raw talent, man. You can stink
it up
liked
as
him
a
lot. True freshman, bro. And if you got that raw talent, they can see it develop, and you can start to improve that 3-point shot over time. Welcome to the NBA. Speaking of Grady Dick, Gary Trent, we had a nice result on Gary Trent. Do we think he does it again, Moose? Should we go back to the well on Gary Trent? I kind of want it. I want to do it.
Do it.
I think we're going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm pulling up the line. Come on. Gary Trent did us well last time. I remember like looking at it and be like, oh, there's no way. This guy, Gary Trent, screwing us over. Nope. Late game.
Well, now it's a 17-point game, so I'm actually probably going to stay off of this one.
But I think he scored in the blowout last time. I think he eats those minutes. It's the Raptors, dude. It's not like other teams.
Yeah, they've only had 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guys check in. So I do think you're on to something. He's a little bit older, though. He's a little bit older.
But 11 and a half, it's going to be like 11 and a half or 10 and a half now. It's falling.
I like how he says he's a little bit older when he's 25 years old.
Dude, yeah, I think that was a little bit of a miss then. I don't know Gary Trent's age off the top of my head.
Well, I mean, he's been in the NBA since 2018. He got in when he was young.
That's
1,
awesome.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's a 7-year vet.
That's great.
I'm saying
exactly the type of guy who's going to stay in at the end of the game and eat minutes for this Raptors team.
But I feel like
lines.
All right, then do it.
I'm doing it. I'm waiting for the goddamn lines to open, Moose.
Well, language is a family show.
It's not a family show.
No, it's not. Then I'm going to go head over to Milwaukee since it's the last game, and when you get there, I'll be ready. As Banchero was stuck at 15 forever, I need him to make a couple buckets. Just an update for everyone. Hauser's 2 points off. Well, no, yeah, Hauser's 2 points off. Pritchard's 5 points off. They're both out of the game. It's a 30-point. I could see neither going back in the game. I could see me splitting these. I think there's a good chance neither plays again. Because bums, is what I tell you. OG still has 0.
I didn't love that one.
The OG one?
I still don't think he's shooting. I don't think the
shot the ball 5 times.
I guess.
All right, I'm gonna go while you get that. I'm gonna go look in the Bucks Thunder since the last one.
I'm trying to find a Gary Trent line. That's all I'm doing. I can't. They're not opening it on DraftKings for me. Player points.
That's right. Giannis is wee banged up.
Yeah, so that spread wasn't pretty tonight. Come on, open it.
Oh my God, you weren't kidding. Dame's out. Giannis is out. Is that AJ Green? Oh my Lord, it is from Northern Iowa.
It is. They keep locking it, but they won't even open it. Like, why are you locking it if it didn't even open? I'm seeing 10.5 minus 105. It's just sitting there. He still has 2 in the second. Like, that's 9 points for a guy like him who can definitely score late in the game. I have multiple books open. I am trying to get this line so hard. I hate this. This is my least favorite part of live betting for sure.
It's definitely the worst. Yeah. Max Strus, shoot the ball. Max Strus and OG have not shot the ball yet.
That's about as bad as it gets.
Yeah, it's one thing to miss. Like, it's another thing.
Right.
Oh, my Lord, they put Peyton Pritchard back in the game. Maybe they're just going to go, hey, you know what, buddy? Go drop 100.
Go get them. Go break the records. Knicks have tied the game. Come on. Money line is minus 380. Woo! That's about as easy
huge
as it gets. If it's now they're losing, but by one. But you can get out at like plus 280. And that's exactly the type of stuff that we don't do. We're going to ride it till we die. But you could. I mean, people do that all day. I mean, that's the type of stuff that Shot Quality Bets and our data could really allow you to do, is just essentially, cash out your position and have the backing in your data to make those types of wagers. All right. Anyway, I'm losing time in terms of finding a Gary Trent line. Player total points. Show 10 more. Gary Trent lock. Sorry. Gary Trent still 2 points, but locked. Gary Trent.
This is riveting podcasting.
This is terrible. This is literally terrible. We're gonna have to move on.
It happens so much. I think
specifically with props.
Yeah, I was gonna say with player props, because the second they score, it goes crazy. They say we need a matchup with the Shot Quality guys. You want me to play?
Meet up with the New York. Yeah, dude, we could go play some pickup in the park.
What would the spread be?
I don't know. I'm terrible. I'm not going front, bro. Come on. I hate people who say they can ball. I'm a lot better in one-on-one. I talk about professional basketball players. Yeah. The best thing for me to do on the internet is immediately say I'm nowhere near that good. It is like, come on. There's some things I can say about myself. I am not that level of hooper by any means. People, I get cooked. I've played some runs with the guys who played at like a couple D1 schools, and it's just like, Jesus Christ.
Wow, these guys are really good.
It's ridiculous. They're like 6'8" and they can fly.
Anunoby hit a 3.
Hey,
OG. And then Damani has OG over 1.5 with a boost, right?
Needs one more.
Dude, we got this, dude.
Come on. You know what we don't got is a god dang Gary Trent line. Unbelievable. I'll keep watching. Let's go into our last game. We're going to get out of here while my stomach is rumbling. I didn't eat before the show. I don't know why.
I think it's too many points to grab Bobby Portis. That's the guy I was eyeing, little B Portis action. But this is a blowout in the making, and he's
expected to be on the floor for the garbage time. Potentially is the only thing.
You would or wouldn't expect?
I would.
No, Bobby Portis is a good piece for them.
He is.
Like, he plays 20-ish minutes. To me, I feel like if I was getting blown out and I'm Milwaukee, that's when you get Andre Jackson from UConn some run, and you get Ty Washington some run. Right. Pat Connaughton probably would be the extent of going out there. Probably not even him. No, not him, not Jay Crowder. That's when Theonis gets out there. Theonis, whatever the hell his name is. The other Antetokounmpo.
Thanasis, the Pinacumpo.
Yeah, you let him get run. They love him.
Hey, I speak a little Greek. Fun fact from me. Gary Trent lines open over 9.5 minus 135. Come on, go. Lock it in. Anyway, that's awesome. I'm glad we got that line over 9.5 minus 135. Gary Trent. It's expensive though. It's an expensive one.
Pritchard misses a 3. Pritchard misses a 2. Pritchard went back in there. I'm kidding you not to get 50 points, but it's such a blowout. I do think that when this quarter ends, I could see him coming out. I'm hoping for a split here because if Hauser can't go back in the game. But yeah, Milwaukee Bucks. I'm just going to stay away. I think this is a blowout in the making. I think this is a big OKC win. They need this game. Yeah,
I don't know.
OG with another bucket.
Is that it? You cash? Is that a win?
I don't even know what I got it at.
I mean, I know what you got it at. You have OG. Wait, why didn't I write it down? What the heck did you get it at?
I'm pulling it up.
Can you go look at what you got it at? I didn't put on your score sheet. What the heck am I doing? This is why we need Max back. Max, I missed
5.5. I need one more point.
Oh, okay.
And I'm looking at this. I do have Christian Brown over rebounds. I took the other side. That was on accident.
Okay. Oh, wow. You fat finger to bet. I hate that.
No, I didn't. I didn't. It did the thing where the points went away, but the rebounds were there, and it didn't like move my screen. So I saw Christian Brown like over 3.5, and you were complaining that it went away. I was like, oh my god, I'm getting a great line. No, I wasn't. I was picking rebounds. So I just took the under. It cost me. It wasn't that bad. They're both -110, so it cost me 10 cents on the dollar.
Okay.
Whatever. That's why you read your bets, ladies and gentlemen.
That's why you read your bets.
Because
that's why you don't bet and stream unless you are paid professionals.
Well, it was spinning when it said over rebounds, but nothing you can do when it spins. So usually it doesn't work for me, but of course when I didn't want the bet, they're like, "We got you."
Hey, look,
over 4.5 rebounds.
We have the disclaimer. Please do not stream and bet at home unless you are a trained professional, obviously.
Oh, my Pritchard. Dude, yeah, he's going off.
What's he got? Let's check in. Let's check in on our bets. We're kind of done. We've gotten through everything. I mean, I can't believe that college team is keeping up with the Los Angeles Lakers right now. I'm going to bring us back to the scores. If you guys want one last look at the slate tonight, of course, every night, the free pick of the day.
The whole time, but
okay, well.
Well, before we go, I mean,
I have a couple things to say. We're not going just yet. We have a few minutes. We're gonna go through. We're gonna look at our bets. So you have a minute, Moose. But let me just say to everyone who's watching, if you want to check out ShotQuality Live for free every single day, just check out the blog, the basketball analysis tab. Sign up for the email, and whatever our free pick of the day, like whatever the prop is, that game is unlocked for free. So you just sign up for a free account on ShotQualityBets.com. Go to the Score Center, and everyone should probably be able to see the Pacers and the Cavs right now. So we have one game for free every single day. If you want to just, get to know it, try it out, we have that taste available. Highly recommend doing it. It is proven to be profitable in these scenarios that we can uncover. But yeah, let's check through our bets, Moose. Let's see what we got.
Oh, gee, we had a 3. Damani, you just hit your live bet, dude.
So we're good, baby. That's nice. And I'm assuming that means the Knicks are taking a nice lead. Are they up by 8 right now?
8.
I feel so good. I think that's the first time I've placed a full unit on a bet on the show. And baby, did we trust that shot quality data? This is going to be a night. We're going to have to show this one off.
See, now Max Strus has to take a page out of OG's book because neither of them were shooting, and then OG decided to shoot. He's got 8 points. Max Strus still hasn't shot yet. Dude, trust yourself. OG trusts himself.
So here's I'm having a problem with trusting myself now, though, because this was not a cold team staying cold. This was not a hot team staying hot. This was the opposite. And
like a college thing, what we used to do in college.
Right. Yeah. It's the old formula. But it's not 10, it's 15. So
you know what though? I could see it like this. Like I know you took
it gets too big. It just gets to be like
what tough. I think it might be is because a lot of times when you've been taking these and using your formula. And like we took those teams to get hot and they just didn't. Like remember that we took those 3 teams with the points and they just got blown out.
And then I got blown out, and then I was like, okay, we're not doing
that. And then the one time you took the Bucks who were beating the Celtics to stay hot, and they did.
And they did. And but I think they only covered that one by the hook, so I don't even know.
But this is what I think it could be. Bad teams will stay bad if they're having a bad day. And good teams playing bad teams.
Okay, hold on. Sorry. Start from the top. One more time.
Okay, so from what I've seen with you doing it is the Knicks are good, Nets not very good. Playoff team, not playoff team. If it's a playoff team that should be doing better and a non-playoff team that is doing better than expected, then you take it like we do with college basketball where you expect the good team to get hot or revert back to expectation and the bad team to go back down.
Good teams tend to regress.
Let's say it was the other way around and the Knicks were up 14 and they were projected the Knicks were up 14 and they were projected to be 14 points over expectation. And the Nets were down 14. ShotQuality's like, this should be a tie game. Well, in that instance, hell no. We're just going to ride with the Knicks to stay hot because they're a good team. They got shooters. They got the talent. The Nets, of course, they have talent, but there's a discrepancy within that talent from the NBA level where we expect the Knicks, who have the Dante DiVincenzo's, the Jalen Brunsons of the world, the OG Ananobis, to stay hot. It's Pepe Sylvia. Sylvia.
Exactly. Look, we are figuring it out. That's the line.
We should get Charlie Kelly at. When did he show up?
Hey, man. You never know.
We've always had him.
No, I literally Googled that. And
you know who that is, right?
Of course.
Okay. Some people haven't seen the show, and that makes me sad.
I watch a lot of TV. It's bad. All right. Anyway,
that's my favorite.
We've had it's one of the best for sure. Come on, Knicks. They're only up 4 now, so we're in a battle. They should be able to close it out. I really do think. Now, we had 5 points on an under for the 5 points for the player we had the under for. He has 7. Okay, I will. If he has a 10-point fourth quarter, Musa, I don't even know what to say. I might go like just for my sanity, go play like an alt over on the original line. If that's, I don't even think that's available. But if it was, I'd take a plus 450 for it to lose right now because I just can't shake this feeling. But it looks like Donovan Mitchell actually at what is going to be a good angle. Moose. He has 29 points. He's passed his line tonight. He's killing it. So seeing that player who was hot lose that flame for a second, that's an interesting one that we can keep looking at, right? Where he like sputters for a moment almost and goes cold for a hot sec. Like that's the time to get in and attack. You feel me?
Yeah, no, I like that.
Because that's the same thing as going cold, right? Like it's the same. It's the same like direction.
It's working that way, yes.
Right. It's the same downturn that could lead to a decreased line based on the efficiency of the points being scored, based on how those models work. So, yeah, you didn't get Max Strus. Let's pull up the sheet right now. So Bulls Wizards currently are over 144. Is what we played that one at. That one's probably starting to come to a close a little bit here. Yeah, we have exactly 200 points. Looks like it's slowed up a little, 151.5. So you can't get a late tail in there. Banchero, we'll go check out how the Orlando Magic game is looking here. We both took that one. That's our mutual play today, Moose. We love.
I'm hoping he gets back in because he was doing a really swell job. He scored 7 points. Swell. He has 15. Yeah, no, he scored 7 points in the third quarter. Okay. He left a couple points out there, but he needs to play the fourth quarter. He needed to play the fourth quarter regardless. Like we got 18.5 when he was at 6. Like there was no chance he was scoring 12. I mean, there is a chance.
He needs look. He can get 2 layups. It's just
the expectation was for him to play the full game. It was a close game here, and then they got blown out in the third quarter. They're making it.
I have a bad feeling.
I think 14 is still a good chance to.
Yeah, you're not wrong. He might see a bit of run here, but I don't know. Kind of telling that he hasn't seen that number rise. All right, let's keep looking through our plays. We got Knicks money line. We know how that's doing. We got Christian Brown over.
Pull up the play sheet. Por favor.
There you go. We got Christian Brown over 8.5 for the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, and I'm worried about the Payton Pritchard one because he played almost the whole third quarter, and he's back out for the fourth quarter. And Sam Hauser has not been in, so I don't understand.
Brown has 3, so he needs another 5 in the second half here. That's not crazy by any means. His shot quality score is 6, so
they play him a lot too, which is nice. Right. They play him a ton.
Right, he can collect some like offensive rebounds. Easy lay-in, broken plays. That's kind of how he tends to score. He's that type of player. All right, next play up to check in on is the Atlanta under. So how did that go? It looks like they are right around 100 at the half. Yeah, that might not be going too great.
Banchero got back in.
What?
Paulo Banchero's back in the game. Paulo Banchero's back in the game.
Okay, good. I'd like to hear that. The total for this one is currently at 215. So went the wrong way a little bit there, but we'll see.
Why is Payton Pritchard in the game and not Sam Hauser? Why?
You're going to have to ask Coach that one.
I figured they play the same amount of minutes. I know Pritchard's a little bit better than Hauser. I get it which would make me think that Hauser would probably get more minutes, but I guess that's not how we're cooking today. Whatever.
No. All right, so we got Banchero. Hauser's a little iffy. Pritchard's in. Strus isn't shooting. Braun, we actually are both on, and then Conley. OG, you already cashed, so that's
OG cashed nicely. I'm waiting on Pritchard to come out of this damn game just so I can cash that one. I feel good about all these. I
think it's been a good episode. I think we did a good job today, honestly.
Orlando made it a 10-point game, so I feel like Banchero's going to play the rest of this game at least the next 5 minutes. They would have to get blown out here in the next 5 for them to be like, you're out, because this is a big game for both teams, for Philly and Orlando. But at 10, you play this like a playoff game. You really do, because you don't want to be in that play-in. Hell no.
No. I think we did a good job today. Usually a lot of live props don't pay out until the end of the game on a lot of books. So that's not always a surprise. But appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight. Almost an hour and a half here on ShotQuality Live BetCast, presented by Sport Trade. Big shout out to Sport Trade. Makes getting an even better edge possible. Best pricing. No spinning wheel. We had a lot of spinning wheel tonight, guys. So a little bit of an apology for that. Can always happen, especially when you're trying to get down on a player like Gary Trent. But let's get this Knicks one home. That's my big play of the night here. I put in the Discord. Join the Discord. Join ShotQualityBets.com and level up your
Discord's good time.
Yeah, you have to have the Shot Quality Bets membership. But we're offering a deal on that come Monday. We'll have it ready for you guys on Sunday. So we have it's the last day of the season on Sunday, I believe. So we will have our final show at 4:15 p.m. Sunday afternoon. So make sure
Payton Pritchard came out again.
Woo! Come on.
And Sam Hauser went in, and they're up 25, so I don't think he goes back in. I don't think so either.
But hey, Moose, always a good time. Appreciate you for hanging out with us and doing your thing. You're a big part of what has made this show so successful. Really appreciate you every single time. Dude doesn't miss a show. He might show up 3 minutes before we start recording. Come on, Sam Hauser. Let's go. But no, appreciate you, man. Appreciate everyone in the crowd watching tonight. Thank you all. Hopefully you all hit a few bets with us. We'll be grading live on the sheet. It's always the same sheets in the YouTube comments. I'll post it one last time right now for anyone who joined late to see that. But same sheet every week. Same place every week. We'll have the playoff schedule out very soon. But again, thank you so much for tuning in. This is ShotQuality Live BetCast. I'm Justin Perry. That's Alec Musa. Bring in the music, baby. ShotQuality Live BetCast, the only place that uses shot quality data to attack the betting slate live. See you next time. Man, come on. We better get these Banchero layups.
I feel good about it. I also feel like my score app wasn't working correctly, so I'm going to another party to make sure it is. Never be too late.
Oh, baby, come on. Another win.